Okay, okay. So here we will see the lowest heuristic value. The successor of A, there is a three successor, and out of these three successor, the which we will select the which successor who has the least heuristic value. As you can see, the least heuristic value is 25 out of these three heuristic. So we will select this path for the next for the next explore the next node. Okay, but at the same time we will store the B and D in our buffer. Okay, if you remember, in the we start from the our algorithm start first enter the initial node and replace the remove the initial node from the open list and add the successor of that node from the successor of B, C, D are the three successor, and enter these three successor in the such a way in the ascending order of their heuristic value. Okay, so the least heuristic value enter first, then the next, and then next. Okay, so in this order we are entering the element in our open list. Okay, and which the successor node is the least heuristic value, we explore that node. Okay, as you can see the list. Okay, let me write for this, then will be more clear. Okay, we start from A and we have three options. We can go to B, C, or D. Then we will compare the heuristic value. The B is heuristic value 32, 25, and 35. We will select the least heuristic value. So we will explore C then. Okay. So the C, there's a two option again, E and F. Then again we will compare the heuristic value of E and F, 19 and 17. So again there is a 17 is the least value. Then we'll explore F, and there is an F. For the F there is a two-way F and G and D, but D already we have in our buffer, so we will go to the next state, which is G. Okay, and always when we remove the element, we enter the element in the ascending order of the based on their heuristic value. So when we remove the C, we enter the element C, B, and D. As you can see, these elements are in ascending order: 25, 32, and 35. Okay. Then C has the least value out of these three, so we explore the C. And again, when we remove the C, we enter the element B and D already in the memory, and E and F from the back of the queue. Okay. Now here as you can see, F has the least value, so we will enter the F first, then E. Now we globally sort this list. Okay, so B has 32, 17, 19, 35. All these heuristic value compare and sort this global list. Okay, then which has the least heuristic value, we explore that element. As you can see, the F, when we sort this list, the list will be F, E, B, and D. So now F has the least value, so explore the F and enter the successor of F, which is G, at the from the back of the queue. Now we will sort this list which has the least heuristic value. So the heuristic value of G is 0. So G will first come first, then E, B, D. Okay. So when we explore the G and compare with the goal state, it is goal, then we will stop. Okay. So in this way, we find the goal using best first search technique. Okay, if it is clear, you can write in chat, so I can start the next search. Okay. Okay, so okay, got it. Okay, so the problem with best first search is the problem with best first search is when we explore any node, it enter the it enter the all the successor of that node. Okay, what I mean here, when we uh, explore the node A, it will enter all the successor. There is a three successor, so we enter the three successor. Okay, when we explore the C, it enter the two successor. Okay, it unnecessary consuming your space. Means in term of it, we talk about in term of the space complexity, it ultimately increasing your space complexity. The second let's see, this is the simple problem. There's only the branching factor are 3 or 2 only. Okay, suppose there is a node in your problem, there is an n number of branching factor. And suppose there is an many branches of that node. So what you will do, you will enter all the successor of that node in your queue. Okay, then means you are storing that node in your queue, and sorting when the next node will explore, always this node in your queue, and you will apply the sorting. So there's two kind of problem is there. First is space. Always you are storing the all the successor of each node, so it will consume space. Second problem is that as you can see in this algorithm, always when any node is explored, it enter the successor and apply the sorting over all the node which is present in your queue. Means it is increasing as well as time complexity. Or you can say, when you apply the sorting in this global list, it will consume the time. When you sort a list, it take time. So ultimately it's increasing time complexity as well. Okay, means there is an n number of branches for a node. You enter all the node in your queue and applying sorting whenever new node is explored. Are you getting my point? ठीक है, आपकी अभी जो प्रॉब्लम है उसमें 2 और 3 ब्रांच फैक्टर है, ज्यादा मैटर नहीं कर रहा, बट आपके एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम में हो सकता है, जैसे चेस गेम है, चेस गेम में एक नोड के ब्रांचिंग फैक्टर अप टू 35-40 तक पॉसिबल है। तो ऑलवेज 35-40 आप ईच टाइम पे आपके क्यू में ऐड करेंगे, तो जितने भी आप डेप्थ में जाएंगे, आपकी जो क्यूज का साइज है वो इंक्रीज होता जाएगा। ईच टाइम जब भी आप कोई नोड को एक्सप्लोर करेंगे, अगेन आप सक्सेसर ऐड कर रहे हैं प्लस सॉर्टिंग कर रहे हैं उतने नंबर ऑफ नोड्स पे, तो अल्टीमेटली इट्स इंक्रीजिंग द स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, एंड व्हेन यू अप्लाई द sorting over this queue, it is increasing time complexity as well. Okay, so reducing this problem, we use beam search technique. Beam search technique now is the extension of this best first search technique. Let's see beam search technique. Let me first explain what is beam search technique, then we will see the point about the beam search technique. Suppose there are 4 branches of a node. Okay, and each successor node has a different or some heuristic values assigned, suppose 2, 3, 1, 5. Okay, so exploring adding all the successor of that node in a queue, instead of just consider a, when we remove a, just entering all the successor of that node in a queue, just choose some of the best node, the best successor, some of the good successor in a queue. Means here we have a 4 successor, you just select 2 or 3 or 1. Okay, just in this case I'm just taking 2. So I will enter only 2 best successor in our queue. There is a 2, just consider the x, y, z, w. These are the 4 successor. Here we will choose only 2 best successor. Here's an, you can see the best is z and x are 2 successor whose heuristic value is less. Okay, so we are choosing only 2 or 3, or means you are choosing instead of entering all the successor into our queue, just choose few of this. Okay, so we will use beta. The value of beta means how many successor you are how many best successor you are choosing for entering into your queue. Okay, it's called the beam width. Here we are taking beam width is 2, means only 2 best successor for the exploration. Okay, So we will enter Z and X only. Okay. Now we will explore the Z, and again we will, if there is a 3 successor, we will choose only out of 3 2 best. Okay. If there is only one, we will enter only one. Okay. If there is a goal, we will reach to our goal. Otherwise, we start the backtrack. Okay. Are you getting my point? Using this beam search technique, we are selecting few successor of that node instead of all the successor from the current node. So let's see what in the beam search is a heuristic approach where only the most promising beta nodes. Okay, most promising means the node which has the least heuristic value. Okay, at the each step search and retained for further branching. Okay. Okay, Komal, only 1 minute. What basis are selecting successor? Okay, we are selecting successor based on their heuristic value. Okay, 1 minute again. If there is a four successor, we will select the successor based on their heuristic value. And how many successor we should select is the value of beam bit or the value of beta will given in your question. Okay, and you can set when you creating a program, you can set the value of beta. Okay, when there is a question is asked, the value of beta will be given. You can select 2 or 3 best successor. Okay. कोमल, इज इट क्लियर? कोमल, क्लियर है आपको?
Yes, sir.
ओके, then okay, beta is called the beam bit number of how many best successor you are selecting, and beam search is an optimization of the best first search that reduce the memory requirement. As you can understand, in the best first search technique, we are entering all the successor of that node, but in the beam search, we are selecting only few depending on the value of beam bit. So it is reducing your memory requirement. There's a given algorithm for this beam search. It is the same as you can call beam search algorithm is an extension of best first search technique. I mean, the best first search technique, we are selecting all the successor, but in this beam search we are selecting the success number of successor depending on the value of beta. Okay, so the algorithm is also the same. We start from the open initial, we enter the initial node and explore that node, remove the best node from the open, and call it n. Means there is an a, we are calling this node is n, and exploring if n is the goal state, we will backtrack the path from n through we have reached to that node, and then create n successor. N successor means a successor of a, and evaluate the each successor, add in open and record its parent, and if the if open is greater than beta, take the best beta node. Beta node means best beta or the beam bit nodes, and remove the other from the open. Let's see one example, and it will again, I'm saying it's more clear. Let me create our own example. We start from A, and there is an just consider 4 successor. Then there is an 3 successor. It has 2 successor. Suppose consider this is your goal state. Okay. 10, 9, 8, and 11. Okay, then it will to 12, 13, and 10, 15, 18, 760. Okay, suppose this question, this example is given and the value of beta is just 2. Means you can two successor only start from the A. This is just considered a queue, open queue, and the we start from the initial node. And when we remove the A, we will enter two best successor. Here, as you can see, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we will select this node, give some name B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Okay, M is our goal state. Okay, so when we remove A from our queue, we enter two best successor. Here is the two best successor C and D. So enter this successor in ascending order. Okay, so we will enter D first, then C. Now D at our top of the queue is the head. So we will remove D and explore D. Okay, so when we explore the D, then again we will see two best. Okay, so now from for the D, 10, 12 and 13. Okay, so you will enter 10, then 12, means H and J. But now from the C, the heuristic value C is less, so you explore the C first. Then when you explore the C, you will find F and G are the two successor. So you will enter the G and F and G in your queue, F and G, and sort this list based on their heuristic value. 10, 12, F is 6 and G is 7. So when you sort, you will get F, G, H and J. Now you will explore F, which is the least heuristic value, and you will find only one successor. So you will enter the successor M into your queue. Again, the sort this list, global list. Okay, G is 7, H is 10, and J is 12. So you will, when you sort, the M will come first, then G, H, J, and M will explore the M. And when you copy this M into a node list and you compare with the goal, it is goal. So you will stop and return the path from which you reach this goal node, which is A, C, F, G. So you this path you will return. Okay, this is path by which you can go. Okay, you can increase when you set the value of beta is 2, this path you will get. Okay, is it clear? The beam search, is it clear to all of you? In this beam search technique, we are just deciding how many number of successor we can select for the next exploration of that node. Okay, okay, okay. So I can say, if you this kind of a pruning of your just this search technique work as a pruning. Okay, here, if there is an what is the meaning of pruning? Suppose there is a plant and there is an n number of branches, 4 branches. So we will prune those branches which is not useful. Okay, so we will prune the least branches of that plant. Okay, which is not you see it is not useful or is not looking good for your plant. You will remove those branches. Okay, and the next level, so what you will do, you will prune that branches. Okay, again the next level, there's an again several branches, and again what you will do, the prune again the branches which is not looking good for your plant, or you will not consider for the next growth. Okay, again the next level, there's an again several branches, and you prune that to get the shape of that plant. The same thing we are doing in the beam search. We are pruning the unnecessary branch of that node. Okay, we are considering for the only some of the best successor of that node. Okay, and uh, the most the successor which is not good heuristic value will just removing from our list. Okay, is it clear? So this is all about
Yes,
beam.
sir.
Okay, so this is all about beam search technique. So let's see the completeness of this beam search. And in general, the beam search algorithm is not complete. Why? Suppose you are exploring, you are finding your goal, and you said some beta value is 2, and only two best successor is selecting and exploring that node only. You're not considering these two node in your memory, even though you're not entering that node in your memory as well. Okay, so what it will do, it is not considering these node, but there's a chance the node to your goal is maybe present in these branch which is you pruned. Okay, is it clear? What I want to say here, you are pruning, you prune that these node, and then maybe chance your goal is present in that node. Okay, so this beam search is not complete. Okay, suppose you are pruning your plant, the unnecessary branches, maybe chance which branch you have pruned, and that the plant is growing the fruit on that branches, and you pruned, so how you can get the fruit. Okay, so maybe there is a chance you prune the no branch which is generating goal. And the second point, even given a unlimited time and memory, it is the possible for algorithm to miss the goal node when there is a path from the start node to goal node. We will see the example in the next slide, and it will be more clear to you. And a more accurate heuristic function and a large beam width can improve the beam search chance of finding the goal. What I want to what is the meaning of this line is here. You first, if you apply the good heuristic, your solution you will get. Okay, means that if there is a good heuristic, means your guessing is good, so ultimately you will get your goal if even your beam width is less. Okay, and second, you increase the beam width. Okay, then you definitely will find the solution. Okay, in this example you can see I just set the beam width is 1, means only the best node, best successor I will select and remove or prune the other node, other successor. Okay, so start from the our start state which is a, enter the a into open list and explore a. When you explore a, we have two options, b and c. Based on the heuristic value we'll select. Heuristic value of b is 1, heuristic value of c is 3. So which node, which successor you will select? Definitely b. So remove a and enter b into your open list. Okay, now from at the b there are again two successor. The heuristic value of this successor d is 2 and e is 2 again, so you can any of this successor, the list is here is just considered d. And now when we remove the d, there is no successor, so the open list will be empty. When your open list is empty and you have not reached your goal state, it is written failure, means there is no goal you find. Okay, but the goal is present in your search space. We have pruned first, we have pruned that branch in the first iteration. Okay, are you getting my point? In this beam search, if not good heuristic is used, or the here you can see the uh, heuristic of c just shows 3 and heuristic is 1, but the heuristic 3 is the heuristic which is took you to the goal state. Okay, so clearly open set become empty without finding the goal node with beta. If we increase the value of beta or the beam bit, you can find a solution. Okay, so when we increase the value of beta, suppose there is a beta value is 2, so then you will easily find the solution. Optimality, just as an algorithm is not complete, it is also not guaranteed to be optimal solution. If your algorithm is not even finding the solution, how you can guarantee to find the optimal solution? Okay, this point I've already discussed. Okay, so the this algorithm is clear to all of you. If doubt, you can ask. If any doubt, any confusion, you can ask. Yes, please.
Sir, backtracking is backtracking allowed in this algorithm?
Yes, yes. This algorithm is working same as the best first search technique. Here, okay, 1 minute. Here we can apply the backtracking. Just see the set the value of beta is 2. Now explore. Now find the solution. First, we start from the initial state, remove A, and enter two best successor. As the only two successor, so we will enter the element B and C in our list, and B as the least, so we will enter B first, then C. Then explore the B. When we explore the B, there is a two successor again, D and D, and C. Okay, so C, the heuristic value of these three net 2, 2, and 3. We will sort and the same order it will. So explore the D. There is no successor, so you will not enter any element in your list. Then explore the E. Again, there is no element, so you are not entering any element. Now there is only one node in your queue. So explore the C. Now as you can see, we are backtrack. Okay, we have not find the solution in this branch of the node A, so we'll backtracking and exploring the C. When we explore the C, there's two successor F and G. So which node has the least heuristic value? We enter first, so G first, then F. Okay, now we will explore the G, and it is the same as the goal state, so we'll stop. So as you can see, in this beam search technique, we are following, we are backtracking. We have not find the solution in this branch. We are backtracking and reach to the next node, next branch of that node. Naman, is it clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Naman?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, okay. If it is clear, we can start the next. Okay. Yes, please. Manoj.
सर एक चीज पूछनी थी मुझे
Hmm.
सर अगर हमने सर सेलेक्ट किए हैं अब बीटा की वैल्यू हमारी 2 है
Hmm.
हमारा सॉल्यूशन एक तीसरे सक्सेसर के अंदर है जो अपने अभी सेलेक्ट नहीं किया है
हाँ हाँ
तो सर हमने आंसर ढूंढा तो हमें मिला तो ही नहीं तो अब हम वापस बैक ट्रैक करके नया वाला सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं या फिर हमें बीटा की वैल्यू बढ़ा के फिर आगे चलना पड़ेगा मतलब
Okay, okay. Your question is absolutely good. So you are saying your beta value is 2, and you are choosing only two best successor and exploring. If you will not find the goal in this successor, so what you will do, you give you return failure, means there is you have not able to find the goal in that search space. Okay, but there is a chance your goal is present in the third uh, branch which we have already pruned. Okay, so in this case, when you set the value of beta and if not find the goal, you will return fail. Okay, you will not increase the value of beta, because the value of beta is already given to you. You will find the solution only based on the value of what is given. Okay, is not given, you will not increase the value of beta. Okay, it is defined, predefined. Okay, Manoj, is it clear?
यस
Okay, so the next is hill climbing algorithm. If beam search technique, if best first we have uh, first we have seen best first search technique, then beam search. if if both the technique is cleared, then hill clipping is also the same as these two techniques. Here in the beam search technique, value of beta, if you see the carefully, it's infinite, means unlimited. How many the branch of that node, we will explore all the nodes. Okay, It means not exploring all the node. We are storing all the successor of that node in our memory or buffer. Okay, if find the solution, if we're not able to find the goal in the current branch, we will backtrack and find see the look for the goal in the remaining branches. If there is a goal, we will stop. Otherwise, we will see the our goal in the other branches which is not explored or which are present in our queue. Okay, so where the value of beta is infinite, means depend on the branches of that node is available. Okay, in the beam search, we are setting some values. We are assigning some value of beta, means how many best successor we can choose for our entering the queue is set. Okay, in hill climbing, what we are doing, we are setting value of beta is equals to 1. Okay, so let's see and it will more clear to you. The hill climbing is an algorithm. Algorithm is a local search algorithm which continuously move in the direction of the increasing elevation or value to find the peak of mountain or best solution to the problem. It terminates when it reach peak where no neighbor has a higher value. Okay, so as you can see, when suppose there is a mountain, what we start, suppose from this point, we are moving, we are moving, we are moving, we are moving until we have reached to our peak of that mountain. When it see the value of the is decreasing, we will stop, means we will not move there, means we have ultimately we have reached to our goal node, our goal, or our goal is to peak point of that, reach to the peak point of our mountain. Okay, so what it is doing, when the heuristic value of heuristic value is continuously decreasing, means there's a 10, and then next in the next level the heuristic value is 8, 9, then 5, then 4. So when the heuristic value of your graph or tree is continuously decreasing, when you go to the depth of that graph, you will move. Okay, we will move until we have reached to the peak, or when the this heuristic values start decreasing, increasing. Suppose here the heuristic value of that point is 4, then 3, then the heuristic value is 5, then 8. So what you will do, the best heuristic value is 3, so you will stop at that point. Okay, means the next at the next level the heuristic value is greater than the current node, so we will stop at that point, means you are ultimately reached to your peak of that mountain. Okay, if it is clear is good, otherwise see the algorithm. It is also called the greedy local search, and it's looked good immediate never state, not beyond that, means it is looking for the next looking at the only the next depth of the tree or graph. It is not looking beyond that. Okay, one more thing I want to tell here, the best first search technique is also called the greedy search. Okay, the best search and greedy search is the same technique. Okay, a node of that hill climbing algorithm has two components which are state and value. As you know, hill climbing is mostly used when good heuristic is available. If there is a bad heuristic in your uh, problem, you will not able to find the good solution, or not even when you are not able to find the solution of that problem. Okay, no backtracking. If this hill climbing, there is no backtracking. Always you increase your increase, or in term of the heuristic, you will follow that path which has the your value of heuristic is decreasing, means you are ultimately reaching or to your goal. Okay, if there is a heuristic value is 5, then what you see, you can see the heuristic value is which is greater than the current node, so you will stop there. Okay, you will not see the heuristic value 2 is also is present after this 5. Okay, again, if it is not clear, don't worry, I'm showing you one example and it will more clear to you. Okay, just consider you are at this node A and we have three options for three successor B, C and D, and the heuristic value of, just consider the heuristic value of A is 10, here 8, 7 and consider it is 6. Okay, so we have for the node A there is three successor B, C, D, and which we will follow that, or we will select that node which has the least heuristic value or the best heuristic value. As you can see, 6, 7, 8, 6 is the least, so we will select this node only. Okay, we will remove or prune that two successor which has the heuristic value is greater than the this node D. Okay, now again just consider four successor E, F, G, H, and it's also given some value 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, it's calculate 2. So you will, as you can see, the heuristic value of G is less, so we will choose this path. Okay, send the next. Okay, heuristic value is 0, just consider. So you only follow this path. There is only one successor. Okay. So as you can see, it is following only best heuristic. Okay, it is removing the branch which has the greater value. Okay, means prove that successor which has the greater value. Okay, we will select only the node which has the least heuristic value. Okay, now see one more. If suppose there is an heuristic value of this node is 10 and heuristic value of is the node is 11, 12 and 10, and this case this node will select which path, which successor it will select for the next move. Please reply. The current node heuristic
Sir,
value. Yes, Manoj.
10.
10. Okay. Any other reply? Any other responses? Which node it will select for the next? Okay. So the key point of this hill climbing is always see the best node from the current node. The current node value heuristic value is 10. It is looking for the best from the current node. Means it, if the next successor has the value of heuristic is less than 10, then it only move in that direction, otherwise it will stop. Even it not follow the that path which has the same heuristic value. Okay, even it not going to select this path as well. Okay, it will stop here and it will return the current path from which you reach that point, or it will, if it is not goal, it will return fail if not able to find the solution. Okay, it is always look for the better solution. Okay, what the point, what here is. Okay, so this point, as you can see, no never has a higher value. It terminate when it reach a peak value where no never has a higher value. Okay, we are talking the heuristic always be for the least value, so we are just interpret as a reverse. Okay, as you can see, there is no less value from these uh, heuristic, so it will stop at that point. Okay, again, when you climbing a hill, if you reached a point where suppose your hill is like this, 1 minute, again it's not straight. Suppose your hill is like this. Okay, so you start from this point and increasing the heuristic value, so it will reach at this point. The next heuristic value is the same as the previous or the current, so then it will stop. So it's just saying there is no the next neighbor is not value is greater than me, so it will stop that point. Okay, it's just said is there is a plateau or the flat line is, we have reached to the flat point, a flat line. Okay. So again, I'm reading several points. There are three kind of hill climbing: simple hill climbing, steepest ascending hill climbing, and stochastic hill climbing. The simple hill climbing is the simplest way to implement the hill climbing. It is only evaluate the neighbor node state at a time and select the first one which has the optimized current cost and set as a current node, which has the least heuristic value to select as the current node, and it only check the successor state if the find a better than the current state. This is the key point about this heuristic, is always it's look for the better than the current state. Always it see the next or the successor state as the better than the current state, then it only select that node, otherwise it will stop at that point. Okay, these are some steps. I'm just not reading, you can read yourself. Okay, let's see what's the problem in this hill climbing. First is local maxima. If you start from this point and reaching you're increasing your heuristic value at this point you've reached, and the next your heuristic value is increasing, so it will stop at that point and says this is the your goal. You have reached to your peak of the mountain, but your peak of mountain is other side. Okay, so it will return this is your peak point of the mountain, but it is actually it is not correct. It's a local maximum, it's not the global maximum. Okay, so this is the one problem. Okay, so what is solution? If we apply the backtracking, we will reach to our goal.